Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2, where we are playing Argentina, now conquering the desert. We got a possibility to upgrade Puerto de Sado to a protectorate, and then I guess it's gonna become a full-fledged province. Do we have? Nope. National Conference I don't like. Unite La Plata, I think we're gonna get that one very soon. Maybe? Paraguay is in our sphere of influence, or a puppet. Liquor prohibition. I like this one. What do we need? Indigenous garrisoning. Oh my god, I know we wanted that. It was something that we needed for that. Here is before 1880. Oh, that's the problem. I've invented machine guns. I've invented main naval armament. Okay, we need that because we want the Easter Islands. So what are we gonna research now? Well, we got inorganic chemistry, which will eventually give us industry 2, or oh no, that's industry 3. And we want it to go now after commerce, which I'm gonna do. We need to increase the taxes so we can lower the taxes. But we're gonna go with private bank, money bill printing, and maybe stock exchange, market structure, organized factories. These are really cheap, would be really fast. I'm not sure if they are useful though. I'd much rather. What does commerce 2 give us? I'd like to get these two and get at least the second level in here, but then again, there's a lot of things we could get here too. Yeah. But those are more expensive. So let's finish private bank money bill printing, and then we'll decide whether we'll finish culture 2 or we're gonna go for battleship column doctrine would be good too. Well. War games, alternative plans, saddle orders. Well, there's just too many things that we want. Like, we need everything. Industry free. The superstitions of our age are the fear of Catholicism, the fear of pauperism, the fear of immigration, the fear of manufacturing interests, and the fear of radicalism or democracy, and faith in the steam engine. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Nice. Education is 0 here. Really? That's a shame. We don't have any bureaucrats here? What give? Conquest of the desert! Nice! Okay, so they just leave this one. Patagonia. Oh my god, we have 863 people living here in the Tundra Mountains. They're having sheep. Okay, upper house rearranged. Artificial nitrates. Sulfur production plus 40%. Our understanding of chemistry has led to the development of artificial nitrates, reducing our dependency on natural extracting nitrates. Rosendale cement. Rosendale cement generally refers to a type of natural cement that was produced in and around Rosendale, New York, from argillaceous limestone, but it's a term that has different definitions in different times. The fast-selling Rosendale natural cement mortars proved to be more efficient than the mortars based on lime and sand. Because of its reputation, Rosendale cement has also been used as both a trade name and as a generic term referring to natural hydraulic cements produced elsewhere. And chemical wood pulp process. Wood is composed of cellulose fibers and that are cemented together with a substance called lignin. To transform wood into pulp, the fibers must be separated either by a mechanical or chemical process. This technology helped to saturate the ever-growing hunger for paper in the 19th century printing industry. Now the question remains, we need to build some other things, so what are we importing? Sugar, regular clothes, and shoes. Don't we have like a shoe factory? I thought we did. No, it's closed in Santa Fe. Are they trying to reopen? No, they're not trying to reopen it. Why do we have people who are unemployed? Tucumán. So let's build a shoe factory. Because, I mean, people need shoes, right? People need their shoes. Man, we're really raking up money here. I think it might be a good idea to eventually lower the taxes again. Aha, let's make you a state. Nice. What is this? Cold desert. I have so many sheep everywhere. Local education 10%. Nice. Legal and child river. Now, will we get Rio Grande? I don't think that's a desert, that's tundra. So that might not be cooperative in Valley of the Kings. Argentina is a great power. Citizenship tests. Have experimental psychology. Conduct census. Oh, artificial fertilizers, oh my god, it's good. Grain production throughput plus 100%. Tea production throughput plus 100%. Opium, sugar, and spices production. Okay, we don't have that. I don't think we even have sugar, but the grain will be very useful. Okay. You're no longer at war with anyone. Abyssinian restoration of order to far provinces. How's Abyssinia doing? Who are they at war with? Asa. Oh god, I'm sorry. You're just gone. Okay, catalytic fermentive process, vaccination, and Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur was a French chemist and a microbiologist who is remembered for his remarkable breakthrough in the causes and prevention of diseases. His discoveries reduced mortality from puerperal fever, and he created the first vaccine for rabies and anthrax. He was best known to the public for inventing a method to stop milk and wine from causing sickness, a process that came to be called pasteurization. Catalytic fermentative process. This marked the beginning of a new field of science and technology, biotechnology. Konolstein and Norman combined fermentative process, enzymatic hydrolyzation, with a thermodynamic process, catalytic hydrolyzation. One result of this combined was margarine, which greatly improved the supply of the population with essential unsaturated fatty acids. Wine production increased. And vaccination. This method meant that one could immunize animals and humans from illnesses that flourished. This made life easier for man and cattle tending more profitable. Pharmaceuticals production plus 2%, army attrition minus 5. Interesting. Well, I'm starting to think that we might start investing a bit more into military, and we could lower the tariffs to minus 15. We have the technology, I mean, we're just raking in money. So what about this? Would that be given? One of my goals, by the way, I haven't forgotten, is to reclaim the Malvinas. Don't you worry your little heads about that. We'll just find the right spot for it. Eventually, the moment will come when we will reclaim it. Now, if we have a strong enough army, they will not be able to, defeat us here, and we'll need to have a strong garrison even in the Falkland Islands. Nitroglycerin! Explosive production output plus 2%. That's good. Okay, but I think we'll need to focus on that eventually. Before that happens, we'll liberate Uruguay. Oh my god, they're really hurt now. This would be a great time to attack them, but war exhaustion is just scaring me. Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev was a Russian chemist and inventor. Another typo here. He's credited as being the creator of the first version of the periodic table of elements. Using the table, he predicted the properties of elements yet to be discovered. Good for him. Good for him indeed. So it's just people in Los Rios, and then we are pretty much done. What are we importing? shares in cloves. So you know what, let's open the Argentinian May. Ours is a nation of liberty, where every man is born with the inherent right to seek his own destiny. The possibility of prosperity lies within every man's reach. A recent report in Bahia Blanca newspaper regarding the acquittal of a man popularly believed to be an innocent has served to reinforce the people's ideals. Today they walk a little more proudly than before. Whose militancy? Well, good. Was that Los Rios? Yes. Okay, so let's open a regular clothes factory there. Actually, a fabric factory. We would need clothes, and I don't know what that was. So many things. Social tensions are what we have lost the effect and got the effect. Oh, it's like social dissent, okay, happened to us. Mobilization size lowered, consciousness lowered. Good. Major discovery. Advanced ore smelting process. This process cleaned the ore from byproducts that tended to defect the latter finished metal. By using the technique, the finished metal would have a higher quality, durability, and because of the large quantity turnover, lower price. Good. Oh, and prophylactics. Invention of modern methods of voluntary birth control are having a profound effect on the national birth rate, as citizens, particularly the wealthy, are able to exert far more control over when and how often they have children. Well, okay, there it goes. Now wait, do we have fabric factory? Because if we don't, we might want to create a wool mill first. Production, no we don't. Okay, so instead, we're going to build a wool factory in that's cotton, that's paper mill, wool mill. Okay, and then we'll build a regular clothes factory. I don't see a big difference though in the growth of the population. So pacification of Rio Calegos gain 10 life rating, but all pops gain 8 militancy and 3 consciousness. Oh my god. Mafia. I'd really like to get the Rio Grande, to be honest with you guys. I'm really thinking we will go with the battleship column and raider group doctrine, because I'd like to colonize some of these islands, and for that we'll need to have a much higher port, because this is, how far is that? 299. Okay, pacification of Puerto de Sado. Okay. People here are super pissed, but there's like 1,000 of them, so. Argentinian communists, nationalists, Argentinian reactionaries are ready to raise, and they will probably raise very soon. And Jacobin rebels too. And our army is ready for the scumbags, so bring it on, douchebags, we are ready for you. I'm actually thinking we might want to get another artillery unit for these guys. Okay. Private money bill printing. Tax efficiency increased by 5%, administration efficiency increased by 2.5%, and permanent prestige plus 5. You know what, we're gonna go with the battleship column doctrine, because it takes a long time to build the ports. It's not something you can do immediately. Yeah, and we'll need 2 of those. So let's go with the ports. They will help our economy overall. They're not something like we can't handle, so. How's the administrative efficiency now? It should be, yes, it's at 100. So let's lower the budget here to 50%. I'm gonna use the extra money to increase military spending, to lower the tariffs, and to lower the tax for the middle and lower class. Okay, we're still making money, that's good. That's good. Railroads being built everywhere. How's the fabric factory doing? Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. How many people? You know what? We're gonna encourage workers in Buenos Aires. Encourage craftsmen. Because we need people to work in our factories. And we're encouraging bureaucrats somewhere where we really don't have to. How awesome is that? I ask you, how awesome is that? Not awesome at all. I give you that. So in La Pampa... Actually, you know what? We're gonna encourage workers everywhere for now. Encourage craftsmen, encourage craftsmen, encourage craftsmen, and encourage craftsmen in Santa Fe. It's gonna make our factories work a bit more efficiently. The coffee. Victoria 2 and coffee just belong together. So upper house rearranged. Major discovery, Alfred Nobel. Alfred Bernhard Nobel was a Swedish chemist, engineer, innovator, and armaments manufacturer. He's the inventor of dynamite, and in his last will he used his enormous fortune to institute the Nobel Prize, explosive production of +5%. Chemotherapy. Chemotherapy describes methods of using natural or artificial low molecular substances with selective harming effects on disease-causing agents by blocking metabolism. Nice. Okay, and we got a ton of these things, so I'm gonna start increasing relations with the nations around me. I kinda would like to get better with Paraguay too, so they don't descend upon me. United States hate me for some reason. Oh, it's because we're a fascist state. I'm glad Paraguay didn't win that war though. That would have been awkward. Oh, finally! Brass. Bronze is principally an alloy of copper and tin, while brass is an alloy of copper and zinc. Brass is often used for decoration due to its bright gold-like appearance, but it is also used for applications where low friction is required, such as locks, gears, bearing, ammunition, and valves. And the metro. Rapid transit began with the opening in 1863 of the Metropolitan Railway, now part of the London Underground. Rapid transit evolved from steam railways during the late 19th century. In 1890, the City and South London Railway in London was the first electric rapid transit railway. The electric railway eventually was merged into the London Underground. The technology swiftly spread to other cities in Europe, as in Budapest, Hungary in 1896, and then to the United States. A number of elevated systems were built, starting with the 1893 100% designed electric Liverpool Overhead Railway, which also had a small underground section complete with stations. The elevated railways in Chicago and New York were converted to electric from steam propulsion. Well, that gives prestige. Nothing we really are that interested in, but okay. How's the production of coal? Almost 9. Iron and copper at around 10. We're starting to produce fabric, that's good. We're importing shares and clothing. Intensive farming. This is unwise. Okay, yeah, I like it. We're starting to get a bit more people in the factories. Argentinian Araucania. And that sounds like... how many people are in Araucania? I think that might not be a wise decision. Yeah, it's like 16,000 people. We would need 10,000 of them in the freaking factory. Greek Auskio. The Kiel Canal was finished in 1895 and took over 9,000 workers 8 years to build. It connects the North Sea to Baltic Sea and has a length of 98 kilometers. The highest point lies at 25 meters above sea level. Total excavation amounted to 100 million cubic yards and the cost to about $40 million. There we go, Kiel has its canal built. Okay, battleship column doctrine is finished, and we get synthetic dye. The incorporated This incorporated a chemical process that created different types of dye in a synthetic way. It revolutionized the coloring of fabric and terminated the production of agricultural dye, which became too expensive to produce. Oh, is that the other thing we need to get the clothing factory? Because I think there was another thing that you need to get. Was that dyes? Fabric and dye. Yeah, okay. And can we build a dye factory now? Oh, it needs coal. Fuck. Okay, we'll need this to build the necessary port. While we're at it, let's start building the ports immediately. Okay, so here we have port. Here we have the port. Here we have the port. And here we have the port in Buenos Aires. They will be necessary, it's not a waste, they will be necessary for even things like building navies and phosphates in Buenos Aires. Crop rotation. Farming efficiency plus 60%. Phosphates fertilizer have been adopted throughout Buenos Aires. Good, good, good. Are we producing... That's cattle, 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 cattle. Okay, there's grain here. That's good. Everything seems to be going well. And there are no wars right now. The world is at peace. British India, though, is fucking massive. And France got its hold in Dynam. Okay. British Austria is starting to expand against New Zealand. Well, we have to be really fast if we want to get that. It's not gonna be easy. And the budget is still going well. Let's move this to 85. Everyday needs. I'm gonna roll the tax a bit more to, you know, give the people a bit more of a breathing room.